Hello, hello, and welcome, possibly, potentially, probably, mayhaps. I don't know. Let's see. Did something go wrong here? Or. No, okay, all good. I might have come in a little early, but yeah, anyway, hello, hello. This is called Keeping It Together with Hollow Knight, because I am a little tattered, man. I'm a little tattered in my current state. Mostly just because technology annoys me. It annoys me to no end. Like, I'm so glad that I'm unable to sign into my Netflix account, and to be fair, just because I don't know the password. But, like, I can't sign into the Netflix account, and so what does it do when I try to sign in? Hey, do you want to use Samsung One Pass? Hey, we can keep all your passwords in one place, so that way you only have to know one password, and then the phone can know all your other passwords. Hey, cool, man. You understand that, like, that removes the point of a password, right? Like, also, I'm not getting the password right. So I don't know why every time I mess up the password, my phone's like, hey, you could just have all your passwords saved in one safe place. And I'm like, yeah, man, hey, guess what? I haven't had to sign into my Netflix account for literal years. So it's just a matter of asking my parents, who actually pay for the Netflix account, like, hey, what's the password again? That's literally all I have to do. But every time I try to go as like, is it this password? No. Is it this password? No. And every time I do it, my phone's like, hey, don't you want to use our proprietary service to spyware you? And it's like, no, man. No. You're already spywaring me. Just piss off. Just spyware me and have the common courtesy to not tell me about it. All right? Christ, man. It is annoying as all get out. And then also, I don't know. Other things that, oh yeah, this one's dumb. The phone being like, hey, don't you want to use this shitty service you don't want? No, man. Hey, guess what? Newsflash, asshole. No, I don't actually. I have gone 24 years of my life without using it. I will die. I will die before I use this service that I do not require. I know this might seem crazy. This might be a crazy take in this day and age, but unless it's like drugs or alcohol, and by that I mean like Advil or Excedrin or THC, it's like, and then alcohol, which is also a drug, but we classify them different because the drinking culture in the United States. I don't spend my money on anything unnecessary, Well, I mean, it's like my entire life is unnecessary, so I think there is that, but it's like, it's either food, it is something to drink, eat, consume, or video games, which I've like tied into a, not really real job. All right. I see myself as a supporter of the arts. you might think I'm being facetious or like facetious? Is that how you say that word? I think I'm saying that word wrong. You might think I'm being sarcastic, but I'm actually not. I am very much like this is something that I think about sometimes, is that there are like games I enjoy so much, it's like I would pay more money for the game. It's like take something like Red Dead Redemption 2. Like I would easily, like in a heartbeat, spend like another $60 on that game. Oh, anyway, cheers. There's some I don't do out of principle. Like Grand Theft Auto 5, I do want to have the PS5 version, but like out of principle, I refuse. I don't care how cheap it is, because the cheapest it goes is $20. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You're not going to catch my ass spending $20 on a game I don't need to own and I don't need to play again, but I wouldn't mind if I had the opportunity. Man, that is actually so good. That is like legitimately a delight and a little treat. We hate this guy, right? Like, just objectively, what an awful enemy. Like, I can't believe this dude made it past. How does he work? He doesn't work. You fucking loser. He's a loser. He's a loser little titty baby. I gotta calm down. I don't want to hate Hollow Knight. Oh, dude. Man, if I could just think of what one of the god characters' names is, I renounce Dracula or something. It'd be real funny. Ow. I'm getting mad. I was like, oh, let's play Hollow Knight to calm down. Why did I think this game was gonna calm me down? This game is just gonna piss me off. And then I'm gonna piss other people off, because they're gonna be like, wow, how could you get mad at the game? Have you played it? My brother in Christ, look at the enemy. Look at what they've done. Do you see what they've done to you? They have harmed you. Not just on a fundamental level, but on like a psychological and personal one, in my opinion. Which in my culture, where I come from, we consider that stuff to like not be chill. Like we usually go when you cause like physical or psychic or mental harm to someone. We go, hey man, that's kind of messed up. You shouldn't really be doing all that. Like, I don't know who taught you that it was, like, okay to do that, but, like, they were wrong, and I'm sorry that, you know, you didn't have a good time or whatever. But just because you didn't have a good time doesn't mean I have to have a bad time, you know? Why should I have suffered as you have suffered when I didn't do anything to cause your suffering? I would have stopped your suffering if I could have. If I had the chance, the opportunity, the ability, the foreknowledge, but I didn't, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Not another one. Dude, I want to understand him on like a fundamental level. I need to understand him. I don't know what his deal is. What is his deal or her deal? Their deal? I don't really care what their gender is. I just wouldn't disrespect them on the basis of their gender, you know? It like does not matter the gender, the type, what kind of bug they are, because I know who they are in their soul, and that's a goddamn asshole. It's just like a no good, rotten son of a you-know-what. And what's you-know-what? A bad mother. Or possibly father. Or either or neither. I don't know. I don't know how bugs are made, dude. I don't like to think about it. Bugs freak me out. It's gonna take me like a hot minute to get used to the game. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but does anyone have, like, lines and stuff that are, like, stuck in their head? Because, like, oh my god. Because, like, I just kind of killed all those guys, and then in my head, I had the thought, or the idea, or the phrase, I guess. Anyone else feel like running? And I'm like, what's that from? And I'm like, oh, it's from Skyrim. It's from the opening intro to Skyrim. Where it's like, hey, you're finally awake. Got caught up in that Imperial ambush with, just like us, and that thief over there. It's like, damn you, Stormcloaks. Everything was just fine before you came to Skyrim or whatever. I don't remember his lines. But I remember he gets shot with a bow and arrow. And then, like, the main leader lady of the Imperialists, the captain or whatever, she's like, anyone else feel like running? And I was like, I don't know, maybe. There's nothing wrong with feeling like running. It's probably wrong if you do it if you're, like, being sentenced to death. But also, I would argue that's, like, that is, like, a unequivocally, like, not bad time to be running. Like, you say that you should face justice. I say, I don't know, man. The very idea to me is suspect. Ow. Ow. God damn it, Dracula, you big asshole. I just don't like the magic, man. I just don't like the magic. That's how it goes. Alright, here's my game plan. I'm gonna get my Dark Souls back, and then I'm gonna, like, you know, just kind of basically chill. Also, I don't know, I have a question. How do you define a villain? Because, like, I will say, it was kind of something that I was thinking about, where, like, somebody was, like, talking about the difference between, like, a anti-hero and, like, a villain versus, like, a superhero. And it was, like, really funny as they were talking about this, as they had, like, literally pulled up the... well, what used to be the definition of a term on Google, but is now a just faulty AI summary of that same term. But, like... if you give me a minute to articulate what I'm trying to think, or think what I'm trying to articulate, yeah, that makes more sense. Oh yeah, but, like, an anti-hero is a protagonist that has no heroic qualities. So they don't have, like, a moral compass, they're often selfish, they often don't look out for each other. Like, I would say classic example of an anti-hero is, like, Joel from The Last of Us, where it's like, Joel Miller is like an anti-hero. He never does anything out of the real goodness of his heart. You could argue maybe he does towards the end of the game. And I could also argue that he really doesn't. But I think that's, again, kind of what makes him an interesting character. Is that, and makes him by definition an anti-hero. Whereas, like, especially by the end of the game, if you don't think he's an anti-hero, I think that's a little crazy, right? Because it's like, in spite of him not being a particularly good guy, you still like him, you still root for him, you know? I think that's by definition what an anti-hero is. So it's like, to me, it's like, let's say if you're like a protagonist who is doing bad things, you know, but you're like, say, doing it for the right reasons, or you think you are, you know? Like, take for example this. It's like, is a, you know, a soldier who thinks they're fighting for peace or fighting out of necessity, like, are they a villain? a hero or an anti-hero. I think, again, it kind of depends on the perspective, but like, I don't know, I think it's interesting where it's like, I think almost if you're trying to do good, it's like, yeah, I don't know, I'm thinking about it where it's like, where exactly do you draw this arbitrary line of like, what's a hero and what's a villain, you know? Whereas, like, is a hero allowed to do anything bad? Are they, like, allowed to make any sort of mistake? Because it's like, you would presume yes, but it's like, also, it's like, I don't know. Whereas, like, I was watching another video about, about somebody talking about that, where it's like you'll see this kind of come up a lot in different forms of media, where it's like a character has to question a moral conviction they hold, you know? So it's like, you know, Batman going, oh, should I kill this guy? Or like, I don't know. Usually that's the case. It's like a character doesn't want to kill or doesn't like to kill, and then they sort of have to question and grapple with the fact that they might have to kill someone, or they did kill someone, whether intentionally or inadvertently or unintentionally. I don't know. But then it's like sometimes the narrative or the plot will save them, where it's like, oh, haha, that person actually didn't die, or oh, don't worry, that person was able to come back to life, it's fine. Where it's like it's like makes it so much less interesting to actually have to like deal with that. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, I think they're all arbitrary terms. They don't matter, obviously. But it's like, where do you draw the line between protagonist, villain, and anti-hero? Because honestly, I bring this all up because I've been watching Peacemaker, the TV show, and before that I watched the Suicide Squad movie, where it's like, in that movie, he's like definitely a villain. But also it's like, it's like he is because of like various stuff he does, but it's like all the characters in that are like anti-heroes, where it's like they're all fighting for selfish reasons. And it's like, I don't know, I love the bit where it's like, it's a mild spoiler, but they're going through a village and just like killing everyone, and like just everyone, just like a woman is like washing clothes and they like brutally kill her, and it's just like it's just like the characters go through and like kill everyone. And then they find like Rick Flag Jr. and he's there like having a conversation with like the leader of the freedom fighters, and she's just like, hey, why didn't any of my people alert me that you guys were coming? And they're like, oh, and they just like killed everyone there. And it's like, to me it's pretty funny, but it's like, it's like by definition they're all kind of villains, but like in the framing of the movie, I don't think they are villains, right? And in fact, towards the end, they sort of turn heroic. They have like a heel turn, or the opposite of a heel turn, a hero turn. I don't know wrestling terms. I just know the term heel turn. But yeah, because like I saw someone arguing that it's like Peacemaker in the show is a villain, and like specifically with some of the new stuff happening in season 2, and it's like, I would argue that it's like, no, he would have to have malicious intentions were he being a villain, you know? Where it's like he's not doing it out of a sense of like maliciousness or like evil intent. You could argue maybe it's a bit of selfish intent, like he's doing it for selfish reasons. But it's like, I don't know, to me it's like, for a villain to be a villain, you have to be like, hey, I'm evil, I'm the bad guy, I'm money hungry, I'm power seeking, I am doing horrible, awful things to advance my own position or to advance my own plan that benefits me and primarily me. Like it's like, I don't know, even if you're like a villain who's like trying to do things for the right reason, you know, it's like, I feel like that's not a good villain, right? It's like a villain should be evil, and they should kind of know it. You know, it's like I think the sympathetic villain is like a much more common trope. But it's like, nah, man, if you're the villain, just embrace it. Just be evil. Just get crazy with it. Like I kind of hate these. Oh, I thought I was doing the right thing, and it's like, I'm glad you were, man. But like, just be a little evil, you know? Just be like, hey, I think I am doing the right thing, but also I'm doing a lot of bad shit. The bad shit is fun. Oh, man. But yeah, anyway. Nah, that was my whole little thing that I just wanted to talk about. Ooh. Also, here's something I don't want to say because it reveals me for who I am. But I will say, in all honesty and with like 100% sincerity, I was like, oh hey, its name will be taken. Oh hey, wow, they're saying the same bit they've been doing and harping on every single time they come into chat. And I immediately turned off my chat. So I've not been looking at chat for like the past like 5 or 10 minutes or however long it took me to talk about like the idea of like what's a villain or a hero. Because it's like, look, man, I get it. You have a bit, you have a thing that you're going for. I want it to be funny. I want it to be a funny bit, you know? Where it's like, I think repetition is the killer of any and all jokes. Like, if you repeat something so many times and there's never any new spin on it, there's never anything unique with it, you know, like, say for example, if instead you were to have come in and they're like, hey, how are those fake floors working out for you? I would have been like, oh, that's pretty funny. And then next time you were like, hey, are you looking out for those fake ceilings? Gotta make sure to hit every single fucking ambient bit of ceiling texture because you never know when you're gonna find the hidden ceiling. It's like, I think that's a much funnier bit than just, again, the repetition of the same bit of, hey, you looking out for that thing? And I already told you, don't put that evil on me. Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I have made no attempt to put any evil upon you. I don't see why you would put evil upon me. You would, you know, spread malice and contempt into my soul. I just don't get it. I mean, I got a dark soul. You know, that's fine. I'm like Bloodborne and stuff. You know, I'm a shadow who dies twice and stuff. But like. Oh, and I almost forgot my Elden Ring. I gotta make sure to put that on. But it's like, I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did to deserve the evil being put upon me. Because I don't think you'd call me a hero. I don't think you'd call me a villain or an anti-hero. I don't think you can call me anything at all. I'm sort of nothing. Whoa. Alright. Got the two boys coming after me. You love to see it. A little bit of teamwork. A little bit of togetherness. You love to see it. You see, I would agree wholeheartedly. It's saving except for Bloodborne. Whereas, like, again, if you, because it's like, to be fair, that was From Software who originally put that evil upon people. Whereas, like, in all their previous games, well, maybe not all their previous games, but in most of their famous previous games, they have fake walls. And so playing Bloodborne, having played any other From Software game, you might be like, oh, I gotta look out for hidden walls. And it's like, nope, actually, there are no hidden walls in the main game of Bloodborne. There are hidden walls in the Chalice dungeons, but that's it. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's not a single actual hidden wall in the entirety of Bloodborne, which I think is sick. So it's like, to do so, to go into some person who's live streaming Bloodborne and be like, hey, you looking out for those hidden walls? It's like, I feel like you're putting a little bit of evil upon me. And I don't appreciate it. Because also, again, I don't want to be too much of a dickhead, but it's like, also giving me literally any information that is not currently relevant to literally what I am doing in the moment. If you're not like, hey, by the way, with that boss, you can, like, dodge their attack, or, like, you can easily avoid their area of effect blast by, like, ducking or by sticking to the walls or something like that. Oh, who are you?
Boris' son? Gian.
Aye, aye, come searching for rare items, have you? Well, hands off. This collection is mine, and I won't be selling to grubby little wanderers. Still, I imagine you come across many interesting items in your travels. Maybe you care to part with some. I'll offer a fair trade for each.
Felony Artred.
Oh, that's cool. These journals give us an interesting glimpse into the minds and hearts of those who lived before us. They're a common find, so I can't offer you too much for them. These ornate seals were the official symbols of the king and his knights, and were treasured by those who carried them. The king and his knights are long gone, but the seals still hold value as curiosities. I'll pay a modest price for them. Alright, cool. Take my stuff, man.
Oh, Paul.
A hollow nest seal, eh? Very interesting this. Do you know the kingdom's 5 great knights? They're revered figures of hollow nest, often mentioned in the annals of the kingdom, but only as a group. Both their name and appearance seem to have been expunged from history. So long has passed since their time. It'd be a grand achievement to discover their identities.
Felony Artred. Boris' son? Gian.
A Wanderer's Journal, eh? Though they're common finds about the kingdom, I much enjoy the deciphering of their text. Read together, they paint a morbid tale. Seems fate was unkind to most who travel within Hollow Nest's ruin.
Felony Artred.
Another Wanderer's Journal. Might not offer a lot for each, but they're plentiful about the caverns, and I doubt you'll find another willing to make the trade for Gia.
Kachael Ryosuke.
Another Hollow Nest seal? Pass it over. I enjoy collecting their light. There's a little information to be gleaned of each. Mind you, they do keep a nice shine about them, and there's nothing wrong with appreciating something purely on aesthetic merits. Hell yeah.
Kachael Ryosuke.
Hollow Nest seal, eh? Give it here. Do you have anything else for me? If not, get your damp little self out of my home. I got one more.
Boris' son?
Another Hollow Nest seal? Others have told me there's a statue out by the city's entrance depicting a large knightly figure. It could be one of the kingdom's great 5. I'd have looked over it myself, but the gate's long been shut tight, and it's too much hassle to taking the long way around all those blasted husks about. Huh, looks like you don't have any relics on you. Maybe to find any in good condition, bring them to me. I'll give you a fair amount of geo for it. Alright. Yeah, exactly. There's a very distinctive difference between backseating and just offering advice or help when asked, you know? Whereas, like, if somebody's going like, hey, anyone got any tips for this? Anyone want to help me out? Then, hey, that's a great time to say something. But if you're just, like, out of nowhere, like, well, hey, you gotta really look out for this item. You gotta go to this location to get it. It's like, shut up, man. I mean, I appreciate it. Thanks for commenting and stuff, but it's like, I don't know. Could you comment something that's like not bad? Also, yeah, I have a feeling that the elevator's down. So if I hop down, it would have just gotten me good. Oh. Huh. There's a guy over that way yonder. Interesting. Well, I want to go spend all this geo, or at the very least, deposit it in the bank. Yeah, is there another banking location, or is, like, there only the one in, the underwater area? And anyway, is there is a beetle thing, but it's up there, so can't really go for it now, can I? Yeah. Alright. Because, actually, yeah, if I want to get back to my original topic where I'm thinking about it, it's like, if you are a failure as a hero, are you a villain? Does that make you a villain? Because it's like, I don't know. Because, like, take, for example, a more traditional anti-hero would be, like, Vigilante in the Peacemaker show, who I love. He's personally my favorite character, and I just want someone to love him, because he deserves love. All right, Adrian Chase, Vigilante, he deserves love. I don't know if he would necessarily appreciate it, but I think he deserves love. Because, like, he is, like, he does literally have, like, antisocial personality disorder. Like, I love the bit in, like, the first season where he like, talks about how he's like, I don't have emotions like regular people do, so, like, when, Peacemaker tried to bully me, I didn't really care. But yeah, so it's like, if you're trying to be a hero and you fail or you make mistakes being a hero, does that, like, naturally preclude you from being a hero? I don't know. I think it is certainly an interesting question. Whereas, like, there's even a point or a bit in Peacemaker where like the neighbor guy, a guy who's out like trimming his hedges when Peacemaker goes to his dad's house, where he's like talking to him about Batman, and he's like, do you have a coterie of supervillains? And Peacemaker's like, I don't have a coterie of supervillains because I fucking killed them. My coterie of supervillains is 6 feet in the fucking ground. And then the guy's like, well, Batman doesn't kill people. And Peacemaker's like, yeah, well, Batman is a candy ass. How many people has Batman indirectly killed by not killing the villains he locks up, who are just going to break out of prison and kill more people? And it's like, I think that is a interesting question. Because, like, I don't think Batman's evil or nothing, but is there something to be said about that? Because it's like, I don't know, where it's like, I think the sort of interesting thing, if you're like, if you have like a distinctive problem with Batman never killing anyone, do you feel the same way about Spider-Man? Because it's like, I think Batman gears himself towards a more like darker audience. So I think people are more prone to be like, why doesn't Batman just kill people? It's like, Batman doesn't kill people because he doesn't want to. Like Batman doesn't have to be a superhero, but he wants to. Ergo, he does it. And it's like, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, it's like, I'm not doing anything. Who am I to sit around and be like, wow, Batman, you put on a silly bat outfit and you went ahead and beat up criminals and threw them in jail and let the justice system deal with them? Batman, why didn't you just kill them? It's like, I feel like it's not only like morally wrong, but just kind of like a douchebag thing to say. Because it's like, I would never in my life go up to Spider-Man and be like, Spider-Man, why don't you kill people, Spider-Man? Spider-Man, I know that guy's a close personal friend of yours, and you think that there is good within him, and either through circumstances or various things that they've just turned evil and became a villain. But don't you know that they've killed people, Spider-Man? That means you have to kill them. It's just like, personally, I do think I don't think it's a good argument to be like, oh, you have to kill people. But it's like, if you are not killing people, do you bear any personal responsibility for that? Do you have any guilt surrounding it? You know? Because it's like, I think there is a reason why oftentimes heroes don't kill people, you know? There is something a little just wrong about it. Whereas, like, I don't know, maybe an eye for an eye is a much more, I don't want to call it equal, you know, but like a much better form of justice than rehabilitation. Or, again, I don't want to say better, but like, you could argue it's more just, but it's like, I don't think it makes it better, right? Because it's like, I don't know, what, how are we, like, arguing about this specifically? Because it's like, if you're cool with, like, oh yeah, if you're like, oh, this person killed someone, they have to then be killed. And it's like, well, what if they then save someone? Shouldn't someone then save them? Is that not equal? Is that not all balanced out in karma? Nope. Whereas, like, for me, it's just like, I don't think it's like quite so simple. Because it's like, let's say you kill someone, you kill an innocent person, but then you save like 2 innocent people. Like, are you not good cosmically? Like in a karma sense, in a justice sense, it's like, well, you did do something wrong, but you ended up doing something good. Like, does the good ever outweigh the bad in your mind? I don't know. What defines falling as a hero? That's kind of interesting. Whereas, like, I think the phrasing of that is super interesting because it's like, it's like the fall of a hero means like a lot of different things, right? Let's see what's in here. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, you scared me. You scared me, buddy. I thought that this was gonna be a boss. Oh man. But yeah, it's like, say for example, when you see like the fall of a hero, it has like a lot of different meanings. It's like either you can give up being a hero. Like, I would say often like the fall of Spider-Man, or like Usually the down point in Spider-Man is when Spider-Man is like, man, I can't keep being a hero anymore. I have to like give up because it's like I know I can help, but every time I try to help, things just go wrong anyway. So what's the point in helping? So that's like when Spider-Man has his fall. But then also it's like when the public turns on them, that could also be the fall of a hero. Where it's like I don't know, again, it's like I think Jason Todd is an interesting character where he's like essentially Batman, but he kills people. And Batman's like, "What are you doing, Jason? You can't kill people." And it's like, "Batman, are you not being hypocritical? If you don't want to kill people, that's fine, Batman. But it's like you don't kill people and yet you will stop people doing crimes." But you will also try to stop Jason, who is stopping people from doing crimes by killing them. Like right? Do you see how it's like an added layer of like moral ambiguity, where it's just like I don't know. Who are you to judge, Batman? If you personally don't want to kill, I think that's great, Bats. Like, I'm proud of you, sport. You know, it's real nice. It's a great idea you have. But if someone else wants to kill, who are you to determine that that's right or wrong? Like, again, I think that's also an interesting thing where it's like, with the character Vigilante in Peacemaker, where it's like, at one point, he's like smoking weed with like, Peacemaker and like some other person, and he's like, I can't believe you guys are doing this. You know, 3 years ago when this was illegal, I would have killed you for doing that. Where it's just like, if you go with like the law, like a law made by a government or whatever, it's like that's not like a good moral framework, right? Because like also this is the bit of like Vigilante being like, you think when I have to hunt someone down because they killed someone or they assaulted someone or they did a bit of graffiti and I have to, hold their neck until their eyes pop out of their head and kill them? Do you think that makes me feel good? Because it does. It's so funny. But it's like it's obviously morally wrong, but like, oh man. But it's just like a funny concept of like where do you draw that line? You know, it's like, do you have to kill Vigilante because he's probably like killed people unnecessarily? Where it's like, I don't know. I love Vigilante as a character because he's so funny and interesting. Whereas like even at one point where like Peacemaker's like, man, I'm starting to feel really bad about all this killing people stuff, and Vigilante is like, dude, what the hell? You know, we used to go out, we used to kill people all the time, and it was great. We had fun, and sometimes if we killed somebody that we shouldn't have killed, and we go, oh man, that sucks, but then we move on. I think that's so funny. Oh man. God, sorry. This is just turning into how much I love Vigilante as a character. Like him gleefully taking the sniper rifle from Peacemaker and being like, hey, bud, move over for a second. And he's just like gleefully killing this like family who, to be fair, has been infected by a seemingly malicious alien species, so they're no longer humans. But like like Peacemaker being like, I can't do it, I can't shoot these kids, and Vigilante's just like, all right, here we go, got Sister Bear, Brother Bear, Mama Bear, and now Papa Bear, and he's just so happy to do it. Oh man, God. Ugh. Anyway. Real sorry. I will talk to this fellow here in a second. But yeah, it's like I think like to me Vigilante introduces such like a fun concept for a character, and also one that's like that's like more interesting to me, where it's like where it's like, yeah, I don't know, I found it interesting where it's like the video I watched where like somebody was calling Peacemaker the villain. I'm like, how do you feel about Vigilante then? Because it's like I think you can't really label him one way or another. Like, is he somewhat heroic? Is he striving to be a hero? Yes. Does he always succeed in that? No. So it's like, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? I don't know. I think it's hard to say. I certainly love him though, regardless of how good or bad he is.
Really?
I do love him.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Anyway, welcome, small intruder. I've been sound asleep in here for some time. Some time? Aye, yes. Well, now you've gone and woken me up. It's no matter, I suppose. I might even be able to help you. I am Gigi, and if you have found your way into my chamber, you must need my help. You see, sometimes we leave our regrets behind in the world, like black stains. We don't deal with these regrets. Hope starts to drain from us. Do you have regrets of your own, little one? Let me peer into you for a moment. Ah, you don't appear to have any lingering regrets. How lucky for you. You don't need the services of one such as I. Oh, so you can, like, come here and, like, get your dark soul back? Okay, I see. Or as he puts it, a black stain? Come on. Come on, we all know it's a dark soul. Alright? But yeah, I don't know. Again, I like thinking about, like, ethics and morals, because I think they are something that is genuinely really interesting to think about, and especially when you remove it from reality, becomes much more fun, you know? Whereas it's like, there's a lot of ethics and morality in the world, and, like, most of it isn't great, you know? But it's like, instead it's like, I don't know, I think thinking about it hypothetically can lead you to apply it in the world, because it's like here, let's bring it to extremes. If you go out trying to save the world, but by trying to save the world you inadvertently doom it, like, what do you feel like the balance on that is? It's like, oh, you tried to save the world but you doomed it. Are you an evil person? Are you a bad person? Because you were trying to do the right thing, but just because you were trying to do something right and doing something good doesn't mean you did, and that doesn't mean it translates into your moral character. And so it's like, what about the opposite? What if you're trying to doom the world, but then you end up saving it? You know? And it's not because you have a turn, it's not because you're like, oh, I gotta save the world. Instead, you're like, no, I'm gonna doom the world and I'm gonna do this. And by doing the thing that you think is gonna doom the world, you save it. It's like, what punishment does that person deserve? You know? If any at all. Because it's like, they did try to doom the world. They tried to, like, send everybody into the darkness, let's say. It's like, is that cool? Is that fine? I don't know. I don't really think so, right? But it's like, I think it is ultimately kind of hard to say. Where it's like, whether it is right or it is wrong. And for me at least, I find it very suspicious when people are so sure. Like, again, I think that's the interesting thing about media, and that was something I brought up earlier, where it's like, let characters have their moral convictions questioned. Like, really, like, put someone to the task. Put them out of the frying pan and into the fire. Because it's like, I think that is interesting, you know? Where it's like, I think it is also a kind of neat concept where it's like, I think there is somewhat of a scale, right? Where it's like, if you are a bad person and there is, like, no tangible benefit to you being a bad person, that is, like, worse morally and just, like, literally than, like, say you live in a world where there is tangible benefits to being bad. You know? Where it's like, let's say you're in an apocalypse scenario where it's like, normally you might think, oh, hey, I should help people and I should save things and give what I can and do all this and do that. And it's like, you might think that now when you are doing okay, but then it's like, the world is in a terrible state, nobody has barely anything. Like, how wrong is it to look out for yourself, to look out for the individuals you care about rather than individuals you don't know? It's like, I don't know. I think it is interesting. Anyway, what's up, Elder Bug? That lovely... sorry. I forgot what voice I gave you, but I'm going to give you classic old man voice because of what you're saying to me right now. That lovely young lass returned to us. I must admit, thin odds on her survival. Oh, I placed thin odds on her survival. Seems to think very highly of her rescuer. Some sort of dashing warrior type. Barely stopped gushing since she got back. The warrior must have passed down, whilst I was taking my nap. Such a shame. I'd love to meet so impressive a bug. Faring well in your adventures below? Well, I had an adventure of my own while you were gone. I don't usually visit the town's graveyard, but I thought I'd go and visit the grave of an old friend. As I was walking amongst the tombstones, I noticed a strange kind of chanting coming from somewhere nearby. Extremely sinister chanting. I looked around to find the source, and I saw two bright, horrible, huge eyes staring at me from the door of a dark cave. I pretended I hadn't heard the voices or seen the eyes and scurried back to town. My friend will have to wait a little longer for her visit. Huh. I hope you aren't too disappointed by our town, traveler. Though it's now a solemn place, once we were much more welcoming. Entry to the kingdom was forbidden long ago, supposedly after some great calamity. Many gates were closed, but our old well remains as a way to creep back in. Over the years, all kinds used the well to wriggle into the ruins, wanderers, thieves, adventurers. Funny how few ever come back up. Perhaps they find what they're looking for. Bah, I'm not so naive. No doubt they've all been gobbled up. There are countless dangers in those depths. That's fun, man. So yeah, by the way, who's the last that you're talking about? Because now I'm remembering her, but like, I don't know where she is. Well, you did say she was in the graveyard, so let's go check there. Oh no, here maybe. No. Huh. The White Savior. The maiden woke in darkness. Confused, she reached out. Sharp brambles jabbed at all sides. Burning acid bubbled close below. What nightmare had led her here? What hope of survival remained? Doomed, she thought herself. Into despair she fell. Into a light bloomed far in the distance. A bright, glowing spot fast approaching. It swept majestic about the thorns, leapt above burning waters, and dove towards the maiden. Coming close, the form revealed at last a beautiful being, sharp horns, gleaming white. Arms reached out for the damsel, gathering her up, grip firm. Alright. Well, that's pretty funny. I feel a little bit awkward just coming into your house and reading that. She has a little plush of you. That's so funny. Alright, anyway. I think it's about time I spent all this money.
Bapanada.
Conifer has been telling me about these strange whispering roots he's been seeing. Made some pins so you can record their locations for yourself. Conifer told me he's found some interesting looking graves and shrines in the depths. You can use these pins to mark down any interesting graves on your map. Go and pay your respects. Alright. Now, what do you have for me, my good man?
Patmos, Gio.
I'll take a simple key. It is simple after all. I'll take this too. So you got nothing? Ah, still looking for something to buy? Is your geo weighing you down? Unfortunately, you seem to have cleared out everything I'd be willing to part with. Nothing left at all. I think there might be a few old trinkets down in my storeroom, but I lost the key a while ago. So, no more business between us, I'm afraid. For now, at least. Get out of here. Let me spend some quality time with all the geo you gifted me. Alright, Sly. Hollow Nest's great capital is what most of you brave types come to see. Thinking to loot its treasure, I suppose. It must be brimming with them. The city's right at the center of the kingdom, though. I've heard the gates are sealed, so gaining entry can be difficult. It'd be a rich bug that could return with even a fraction of the wealth inside. Despite my age, I've only seen a few who've managed it. Must say something of the dangers about the streets. Alright. This Hollow Knight is a noble little fellow. Let's see here. It's a interesting looking symbol. Oh man, it's my first time coming back here since upgrading my sword. This is nice. Nothing new here then? Alright, fair enough. Alright, now I'm looking to head on down. Because, like, I don't know, I'll be honest, let me know if you think I should be irritated as much as I am or not by it. Because, like, I do find it to be pretty annoying. Oops, wrong button. That, like, people, I don't know, like, people will see, like, complex characters in media and, like, will not engage with them in any kind of complex way. They'll see, like, a character who is, like, struggling to figure out, like, what they want to do. Like, they don't want to do anything bad, but they do their best to do good in spite of it, and it's, like, I don't know, it's like pretty interesting, but it's like, oh, they did one bad thing one time, oh, they're evil, I kill them every single time. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? This is hard work, but I don't mind. Down here, I can keep working without even sleeping. It's fun. Every once in a while, you could come to visit me. I'm glad. Haha. I'm glad you like the sound of my voice. Heck yeah. I will say this. Such a shame that, by the way this game works, the sound of your voice has to be my voice, which, not pleasant at all. No one likes that. Except for me. But I am a nobody, so I guess no one does like it. Anyway, where am I going again? So, where am I currently? Okay, yeah, currently, I think currently I am here, so I want to go down here. Yes, okay. Ow, rude. Alright, let's go spend my geo, and then after that, head on over to the, going on back to the fungal wastes, because there's a boss there I wanna tussle with. Yeah, because it's like, I don't know, I feel like you tend to see that happening a lot with Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which I don't want to delve deep into spoilers or nothing, but there are some people that have very strong feelings about the game, and just like, I don't know, I'm sure some of them are like kind of joking, but like, again, it's like, I don't think you're actually like willing to engage with like different ideas, you know? Ho 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 ho. See what we got here. Quick focus. The crystal set in the center is lovely, isn't it? Exquisite, even. I've heard that crystals help you to focus, so that's something you're interested in. You should take this beauty home. Well, let's buy that for sure. Ooh, so close to being able to afford that. Alright, give me this then. See, I need 18 more charms. Oh no, I own 18. I need 3 more. Okay. That's fine by me. Oh yeah, going to the fungal waste now. But yeah, I don't know. I think kind of somewhat along these lines of like morality and ethical questions is like the idea of sentience. Whereas like there's plenty of things other on plenty of things on Earth other than humans that have sentience, but it's like, I don't know, it's like ideally, I mean, maybe if perhaps you're like an animal rights activist to a much more extreme extent than most people, but it's like, just because something has sentience, that also like does not grant it personhood, you know? else here? Alright, though. I don't know, honestly, right now I'm just having a lot of inside thoughts because it's like, A, I don't know if I should express them, or also, oh, hey, look at that, false ceiling. Aha! Free stuff. Okay. Alright. Anyway, here, I will concede this point that, you know, making me read the words, oh man, Hollow Knight is basically like a tutorial for Silksong, and Silksong is the real game, that does hurt my pride somewhat for me sitting here struggling with the tutorial of apparently a very long game. But so I think part of me resents that sort of framing of it just on that basis alone. Also, I rejected on the basic premise of like, well, I can't understand it or relate to it, so I don't know. So, ergo, my knee-jerk reaction is to disagree with it. Where am I here? Oh, okay. Did I really just say, where am I here? Well, yeah, actually that makes sense grammatically. I just forgot to throw a comma in there. Where am I here? There we go. But yeah, it's like, but also I think it's a somewhat like, I don't know, to me it seems like a very pointless way of framing something, right? Is like, let's say, there's a book series, like Game of Thrones or something like that, and like, you're reading the first book, and you're like, oh wow, this first book is pretty good. And then somebody comes up to you and is like, oh man, dude, that first book that's like, you know, hundreds of pages long and has however many words the first Game of Thrones book has, or technically the series is called A Song of Ice and Fire. But they then kind of respond to you with, or they come up to you and they're like, oh man, dude, that book is basically just an introduction, man. And it's like, well, I mean, yeah, that's, like, you're not wrong, but also it's like, it feels like a weird framing, right? Whereas, like, also, I'm just saying, if my ass gets to playing Silksong and I don't have the fucking thread and needle, where you know, I can do the thing of like tossing my blade and then having it come back to me, then I'm getting my money back. Because I certainly don't have that ability in this game. Who knows? Maybe I will, though. Anyway, don't know why I came here. Well, I know why I came here. It's because I'm looking to get into the fungal wastes. I gotta go up from here. Gotta head on up. But yeah, I again, I don't know. My take might come across as condescending, and if it does, it's because I'm a short little man who feels condescended to. So I'm just lashing out for fear of feeling hurt and small and inadequate, which is what I am. So really, I just fear being myself. The scariest thing of all. Dude, now I got all the moves. This area is nothing. I mean, I plan on completing everything I can. Although, I don't know, if the DLC content is extremely hard stuff, I may or may not do it. Honestly, depends on how I feel. I don't always maintain this, obviously, but I think having a decent policy of, like, I'll do something as long as I'm having fun with it, and if I'm not having fun with it, then I probably ought to stop doing it. This is fun. Could I have done this the whole time? Certainly a hell of a lot easier with the dash ability. Hey, look at that. Alright, there we go. Well, that's fun. Glad I got that. Oh no, I don't think you're condescending. Because also you are referencing a meme. It just, to me, hearing that is like, oh man, you're basically playing on baby mode. And I'm like, well, fuck you, man. I just started living. Metaphorically. Because like my more dickheadish response to that of being like, dude, the original game feels like a tutorial for the sequel to a game. It's just like, yeah, wouldn't it? Like, unless the game, like, completely changes. Unless there is, like, a huge and stark difference between game series. Like, say, whenever Final Fantasy went from being turn-based to being, like, the... it's not even really pseudo-turn-based. Like, whatever they got going on now in terms of combat in the Final Fantasy series. It's like... That is, like, completely different forms of gameplay. So it's like... It's like playing the previous games does not really feel like a tutorial, but also like in some ways it would, wouldn't it? Because you'd probably be used to all the spells. Because like, is that the case for the Final Fantasy series, where it's like all the spells are the same? Because it's like Persona games can feel that way, you know, where it's like, oh hey, I actually know what these spells do, and I know how they work. So it's like this is much more easier, or like I'm much more familiar with this than had I not like played the previous games. But then it's like also it's like the those games certainly don't feel like, oh, I'm on a fast track because I've already completed the tutorial, because the tutorials in those games take like 5 hours minimum. If you're like speeding through, you can maybe get through the tutorial in 5 hours. Although, I don't know, how and when and in what ways do you really divvy up the tutorial? Because it's like, for me, I'll be surprised if I ever stop feeling this way. I mean, I'm sure I will once I get to endgame content, but it's like, right now everything feels like a tutorial. Whereas like, I have not left the tutorial area, everything has just been like, kinda hard. Like, save for the parts of the game where it's like, hey, here's how you do this thing, and it pops up, like that is literally tutorializing you. So yeah, what is the definition of a tutorial? I'm being a real technical fuck right now, and I feel like I'm being an asshole by doing so. But I am now just genuinely curious of like, how is a tutorial defined? And it's like, what does it mean when you go, oh man, this game is basically a tutorial for this game? It's like, it feels like you're lessening the game that you're calling a tutorial, right? Whereas, like, again, I think I got that, like, toxic gamer brain in me, where it's like, wow, you're still on the tutorial? What are you, fucking stupid? Interesting. So, tutorial. A period of instruction given by a university or college tutor to an individual or very small group. And then an account or explanation of a subject or task, especially as an online video. Yeah, let's see. You got any more? Here we go. I like Wikipedia's definition more. In education, a tutorial is a method of transferring knowledge and may be used as part of a learning process. More interactive and specific than a book or a lecture, a tutorial seeks to teach by example and supply the information to complete a certain task. Because, like, I don't know, I would say the cool thing about Hollow Knight, or a thing I like at least, is that there really is no proper tutorial. Again, it does give you, like, little things of, like, hey, press X to jump, press this button to hit, you got this new ability, press R2 to dash, you know, where it's like, it give you, like, essential information of, like, hey, here's literally what the buttons do, and then give you basically nothing else. Like, you do get some by, like, talking to the, characters. Whereas, like, I was definitely talking to the Elder Bug at one point, where, he was like, hey, you should maybe go check out those fungal wastes, huh? They seem like a real interesting, hip-happening sort of place for a young bug like yourself. I was like, alright, old man, I don't know why you know that info. What do you know that I don't, you fuck? Anyway, here we go. Boss fight time. Ah, come on. Alright, I feel like you're just not fair now, man. Ow. I don't appreciate this churlish demeanor out of you, man. Ah, fuck me. Damn it. Really thought I was making progress there. Did I even make a dent on his health? Also, I don't want to be all the way up here, man. Why'd you make me be all the way back up here, man? I know I should have... Oh, I should have just rested at a leg eater. That friendly fellow. That kind man with a kind leg-eating mouth. sorry. I'm thinking of a joke. He's got kind eyes and a mouth made for leg eating. No, I didn't want to go here. Let's see, I am here. There's no real other better way for me to go, so I'm just gonna go down here and then hopefully get a little taxi ride from the stag. Well, yeah. Literally right over here. Dickhead! Dickhead! Buddy, I'm trying to be a bug over here. Why don't you quit bugging me? Fuck. Alright, fair enough. Deserved. Can't be too mad about that. Queen Station. This is where I want to be. Oh yeah, I should be able to do stuff in this area now. Yeah, I feel like I've done... Oh no, I have not done this. I tried to do it, and then I was like, yeah, my ass is gonna need to, like, have my Dark Soul if I'm gonna do this, because this is definitely gonna kill me. Fucking let me up. Let me up. I don't want to be down here anymore. Damn it. Hey, real shit. In my opinion, here's a game that feels like a tutorial for another game, and that game is fucking Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero. Is it Ground Zero or Ground Zeroes? I think it's Ground Zero. But yeah, that feels like a tutorial to Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. Would you, by the way, real question, as someone who's only played Metal Gear Solid 5, like, do like people who are really into Metal Gear call Metal Gear Solid 5 Metal Gear Solid V? Because it's like, yeah, man, I get it. The main character is Venom Snake. Like, yes, that is true. Ooh, okay. It feels though I can make that though. Dude, it requires a bit of timing and finesse to it, which is two things. Well, I have plenty of time. I don't have any finesse though. All right, I'm gonna get my Dark Soul back. Then I can attempt to do all these more rigorous challenges for people better than me. Where's that fellow? Where's my guy? The guy who consumes the legs. I like that fellow. He's been nothing but kind to me, and has called me rude when I'm not giving him Geo, and frankly, I think he's right. I am a live streamer after all, so it's in my blood to be like, listen, buddy, if you're not giving me money, what do you expect me to care? What do you expect me to appreciate you coming in and watching my stream and spending your valuable time listening or watching me? You know what? Am I supposed to be inherently grateful for that because it's a really nice thing to do, or you know, you just happen to like me for whatever reason? And I you know, gotta say it's pretty cool. I don't even like me. Nah, I'm kidding. I like me most of all. Again, I am a streamer at heart. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's like, I will say that's an interesting thing with streamers, where it's like, I love a bit, man. I love, like, a good bit, whereas, like, someone is, like, really playing it up and being, like, and like, doing, like, a funny bit, but there's always the possibility that it gets, like, misinterpreted by people, you know? Whereas, like, someone who doesn't know you, or, just doesn't realize what you're doing might go, wow, I can't believe you're saying all this fucked up shit. And it's like, well, I'm not being serious when I say it. And then the funny thing is that there is the classic straw man of this scenario, where it's like, oh, so what? We're just supposed to say things that we don't mean and expect other people to understand it? And it's like, yeah, kinda. That's what tone is. I got a bit of a tone to me. Alright. Now that I have my Dark Soul back. I mean, I would love to kill you, man. Like, I would love to kill you in Mortal Kombat. Could you be a deer and let me kill you? Ow! Ow! Don't you know you're being very rude to me by not letting me kill you in Mortal Kombat, bitch? Look at this guy. Look at this rude-ass motherfucker. He's being so rude to me. Make him stop. Alright? Rules for thee, not for me. That's how it works, man. Or it's how it should work up in this fucked up world of mine. Ah! Fuck you, man! I'm just saying, why is it when I touch these guys, they inherently do damage to me? It just don't make no sense to me. He's a ghost. He has to use these rings to attack me. But then when I touch him, it's just like, oh, my touch is so powerful and so nasty that you take damage immediately anyway. And it's like, fuck you, man. Could you just be, like, real? Could you be, like, a real person? In reality, this dude sucks. This dude sucks my ass, man. Oh, man. I will say, though, I'm now currently thinking of one of my favorite Northern Lion bits, where it's like, I think it's like him talking about, like, inflation or, like, the rising cost of games or something like that. And it's like, oh, the wage increase has not been happening for a long time, you know, so it's good that, you know, people are getting more money and getting paid more, and it's like, you know, it's a great thing that wages are being raised, and you know, everyone deserves enough money to live. Not streamers though, all right. He will not divide us, man. Fuck. Shit. Damn it. Fuck me. Anyway, am I able to go this way yet? Oh, I am. I've maybe been able to go this way the whole time. I don't know. I feel like I only recently unlocked the ability to do this, but I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't trying hard enough earlier. Fuck. No! Ah! Damn it. Alright, down we go. Get back my soul. My dark soul. Man, fuck you. God damn it. Shit. Fuck. Damn it. Oh, man. Yawn. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I don't know. My next topic, the thing I'm currently, like, mulling around in my brain is, I saw, like, a TikTok of, like, somebody responding to this person, but, like, because they're responding to this person, you have to, like, I saw, damn it, motherfucker. But, like, I saw the original post, and it was this person going like, oh, they wouldn't make a horror movie about this religion or this thing, but they're gonna make a horror movie about Jesus? And it's like, damn, bro, I don't know, did you read the Bible or some shit, where it's like, love thy neighbor or whatever the fuck? Like, for me at least, it's like, I will say this. Here's something that, like, ooh, yeah, actually I kind of have, like, 2 bits of topic to discuss here. One of them much more controversial than the other. Because, like, again, to me, when I see somebody going like, oh, I can't believe they would do this to Jesus. And it's like, why not, man? Also, I don't think Jesus would really care, right? I think Jesus kind of has got more important shit on the mind, you know? He's like God or whatever. I don't know how the Trinity works. It's like blasphemous, but also not. You know how it goes. Okay, this area was just like blocked off forever, huh? Intriguing. Well, let's go down this way yonder. But yeah, so, oh yeah, for me, if I was a religious person, I would just be content with the knowledge that I'm going to heaven, right? Like, I don't know why you're getting so upset and why you have to feel like you're a persecuted victim. You're going to heaven, right? That's the whole reason why you believe what you believe in, right? Like, I mean, no offense, maybe you believe it for other reasons, but it's like, that's the reason why I would believe in God, is so I get to go to heaven. I don't have to burn in hell for all of eternity. It's like, if you have such a problem with it, you know that person is going to burn in hell for all of eternity, right? Be doomed to and just forever of suffering and pain and misery? Like, you'll get the last laugh. Relax. Who cares? But anyway, the other thing that I wanted to talk about that maybe is much more controversial and is gonna make me show my true colors as a fucking prick asshole atheist. But like I saw like a video of this guy going like, hey, you can't like believe in a religion and then also be intolerant of other religions. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? like even if because like, I think I phrased it a little bit like differently, where it's like where it's like I'm forgetting the exact phrasing he used, but it's like, hey, you can't like believe in a religion yourself and then turn around and be okay with like other people mocking other religions. And I'm like, for me, grew up in America, so I have a very Christian perspective on this, but it's like me, it's like you know, they think people are gonna burn in hell for not believing in their God, right? Like, maybe not all Christians, hashtag not all Christians, but like, isn't that like a core tenet of Christianity, is that you believe in Jesus and you believe in God and you believe in like fucking heaven and hell and all that jazz in the Bible, and you know, you can question your faith, but ultimately you have it, right? So it's like, to me, it's just like, I don't know. It's like, why would you believing in a religion like necessarily preclude you or not allow you to either make fun of or just not accept other religions? Because it's like, yeah, if you believed in like the one true God or whatever, wouldn't you want other people to believe that? I mean, personally, I think, again, you should take the nice person approach of like, hey, listen, you can believe whatever you believe. I think if you're a good person and you do right by other people, that you will get into heaven irregardless. But, you know, it's just like, I think that my way of worship is good and correct and nice. Which, like, I think that's fine. But it's just like, yeah, I don't know. To me, it's just a very baffling thing, because it's like, take Jehovah's Witnesses for example. It's like, you kind of got to give props to you. You got to give it up for the Jehovah's Witnesses, right? Because it's like, you may go and you may say, oh man, aren't they annoying? And I would agree with you. But I would say, like, anyone bothering me and knocking on my door is annoying. I don't care what you're doing. Alright? I don't care what you're selling me. I don't care what you're trying to convert me to. I'm good. What am I missing here, man? What am I missing? But it's like, say for example, if you did believe in what the Jehovah's Witnesses believe, which is like, they believe that the government has been taken over by literal Satan, and then in addition to that, like, the apocalypse is coming soon, and you're gonna have to convert or go through trials and tribulations, or what's it called? Is it the rapture happens and then the trials and tribulations happen? Yeah, that's a common debate within Christian. What's the word for it? That, because I want to say mythology, but again, I don't want to be too much of a dickhead. But like, what's the word in Christian doctrine? Let's say, where it's like, some people believe in a pre-trib rapture, and some people believe in a post-trib rapture. So it's like, some people think that when the rapture happens, or when the end of the world comes and God like hits the reset button or whatever, that either all the good innocent souls and all the people who deserve to go to heaven will go to heaven right away, or some people will think that and then it'll just kind of be hell on earth for a bit. Or it'll be hell on earth, and then after hell on earth happens for like 7 years or something, then all the good Christians head up to heaven. where it's like, I'm not sure where exactly Jehovah's Witnesses land on that, but the reason why they go around door to door trying to convert people is because they believe that the government has been taken over by the literal devil from the Bible, and, you know, we're all gonna fucking die and burn in hell for all of eternity. So it's like, I kind of gotta appreciate, like, hey, at least thanks for giving me the heads up on that, you know? It's like, I think I'm good, I think I'll take my chances, but I will say I appreciate the idea. I certainly have a lot more respect for it than, like, any, like, new wave, like, mega church. Because it's like, there's a few of those, like, near where I am. I don't know, I've never been to one, but I assume they're probably... They might be fun, but it's like... I don't know, man. Church has got to be a free thing. If religion ain't free, it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? You know? Damn. I fucking suck at platforming. But yeah, anyway, so I'm just saying, if you believe the stuff that, like, religious folks believe, why on earth would you think that it's, like, because, like, again, I think the sort of retort to Christians being, like, annoying or bigoted or hateful is that it's like, dude, read your fucking book, man. The book that tells you, like, the secrets and the way to live your life, read that shit, you fucking moron. Where it's like, hey, man, love thy neighbor and all that jazz. But then it's like, it's like, I don't know, I think people do tend to kind of twist that sometimes, where it's like, well, I love my neighbor, doesn't mean I have to accept them for being a sinful, devil-worshipping, demon, hungry, whatever. And it's like, I don't know, I guess maybe you're right about that, I don't know. But like, yeah, it's just like, again, I don't know. I think you're already in a odd position when you, like, choose a religion to believe in, but then to, like, it'd be like, oh hey, and also when you believe in this, like, strange esoteric thing, you also have to be, like, respectful about it. It's like, or you have to be respectful towards, like, other religions, and it's like, well, I mean, I don't know, you can sort of argue that's, like, you know, three main, like, Abrahamic religions? Are they called Abrahamic? I don't know, but, like, Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, right? Like, I don't know, I also might be getting something wrong there, but, like, all those, it's like, they all essentially believe in the same God. Like, when they talk about God, they're talking about the same entity, just different interpretations of that God, you know? It's like in Islam, Jesus Christ is not the son / incarnation of God, but is instead a prophet, you know? And then kind of similar thing with Judaism. God, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm bad at pronouncing words. Judaism? But yeah, but it's like that. They just, honestly, I'm not sure what they believe about Jesus. But yeah, but it's like all like the same, or at least a similar seeming kind of God, you know? So it's like, I could get it based on the point of that, but it's like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like an equivalent of that, where it's like, I don't know, what's like an example that's like I could compare to religion without being too offensive. Ideally something a little silly, just for the sake of, like, talking about it. Sorry, the first thing that came to my mind was like comic book canon, or like canon of like comic book characters, you know? Where it's like, if you're talking about like, I don't know, let's say like Black Widow in the movies, like you're basically talking about like a different character than the one in the comics. And then also within the comics, it's like, well, which universe Black Widow are you talking about? Are you talking about Earth 126.3b or whatever? Because like that one, oh yeah, Black Widow is a piece of shit. But if you're talking about Earth 319, oh, that Black Widow is amazing. That's my favorite Black Widow. Whereas, like, yeah, you're talking about, like, similar things in theory, but in practice, you're talking about, like, two completely different things. Like, two completely different interpretations that might have some similarities, but ultimately don't line up, not one-to-one. And so, like, for me at least, it's like, it's like, I don't know, I think obviously you should respect other people's religions, and you should be able to respect other people's beliefs. Like, you know, it's like, I have my own beliefs, but it's like, again, it's like, me, I'm not preaching to nobody. I'm not going up to somebody who's religious and is like, oh, hey, have you heard about this crazy thing called the chaos of the universe? Like, no, I don't really care. God damn it. Let me out of here. Dad, I'm losing it. Oh, man. There we go. There we go. Whereas, like, here, if you want more, if you want like a more fucked up analogy for the reason why I just think this is like a bad argument, it's like, say for example, if you were like a criminal, if you were like a thief, and somebody went, well, hey, you're a criminal, and there's honor among thieves and stuff, so it's like, you have to, like, help out and be nice to other criminals. And it's like, what are you talking about? No, I don't. Like, why would that be the case? You know? It's like, just because we happen to believe similar things, or at least things that are in the same vein of, like, we both believe in a religion, it's like, I don't think that's a good basis to be like, oh, well, you also believe in a religion, so shouldn't you respect these people for believing in a religion? But it's like, believing in a religion comes with the conceit that you think you're right, and that, like, the other religions are wrong. Or, again, you know, maybe not wrong, but just, you know, less right? Like, I don't know, again, I think you should just do it out of the decency for your fellow man. And, you know, a person who believes not what you believe, but something similar, like, you should just be like, hey, if that's what you want to believe, that's perfectly fine. Because, like, I will say, though, wow, me talking about this has gotten me 0 viewers. I don't know, I will say I was thinking about this because of a Big Joel post I saw, where he kind of commented that, like, Christianity is having this, like, little moment where, like, people will advocate for it, not based on their personal belief that, you know, like, Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior, he is the Son and, you know, reincarnation of God or whatever, but instead that it's like, oh, society needs people to be Christian. Like, if people don't believe in Christianity, what's to stop them from just murdering people? If you don't think that you're gonna go to hell when you do something bad, then how are we gonna have people not do anything bad? Whereas, like, it comes from this, like, utilitarian argument to religion, where it's like, oh, people are better people when they believe in a religion, and it's just like, no, man, it's like, I don't think that's true, but then B, it's just like, I don't really see or get the point of that. Where it's like, if you don't genuinely believe in something, then why would you advocate for it? Alright, well, hey, good opportunity for me to go grab some water, which I shall do. So, BRB. Alright, sorry, I need to get my head in the game. I need to get something in the game. Frankly, I'm not even sure if I have a head at this point. I think it's been burned off by acid and chopped off by giant mantis claws. What am I doing? What am I doing? Who am I? What's going on here? I don't know. I don't know, and I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Gio, Gio. Gio, Kalala. 天啊，巴拉啊！咕噜呼噜。
And with that, I think I'm going to bed. I mean, I don't know. Could keep going. I could, but I'm tired and I'm doing terrible. I'll try again on the morrow. Or maybe never again. Who knows? But yeah. Anyway, sorry if I've been cranky all day. I don't know. That is why I called it keeping the together with Hollow Knight. Is I'm just like, duh. I don't know. Just feel not so great. But it's alright. There's always tomorrow. It's a new day. I can be productive. I can do things. I can accomplish and feel good about being alive and stuff. Which I do. I feel pretty good about it. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, peace out.